seat online, and of course you can pay whatever you want for that if you want to donate. It's fantastic. They call it the Teal game, and we hope to see more of it across the league because people just love getting involved in this stuff, and everybody has been touched by cancer in some capacity, so you can see just how popular these are, Pete.
No, well said, and I think the beautiful part is they do a fantastic job. This is continue to build, and teams that get behind a certain cause for a certain game, what I love is seeing 3 or 4 years down the track. It always starts really well, but how it continues, and when I just say continues to build, rapidly builds, and it's a credit to everybody involved.
Teams do well, but the NBL do well as well by following all these. It's fantastic.
Of course, and this is their 5th year doing it. You'd encourage every club to really get on board with this because right now I believe there may be some others, but Tassie really lead the race when it comes to this. You see everybody out there in the jerseys, and they've raised so much money for the cause. So good on Tassie, good on everyone, and make sure you get your seats online. Now, just to reiterate the importance of this game for Tasmania, they win here, Pete. Considering New Zealand's losses in the earlier round,
Here we go.
pretty much say keep your math out. You don't have to do your math on this one. It'd be almost impossible for them to not finish 6th.
Yeah, I mean, Illawarra have a game in hand, so Illawarra, I'm going to give them that win tomorrow, so they're going to go to 12 wins, which means they'll need 2 of the last 3. Actually, they need all 3 because of percentage, essentially. Their percentage is worse than Tasmania, so this would just about do it.
I'll lock them in. If they win this game, Tasmania, they locked in at 6, and I'll tell you what, but Scott Roth at the helm, no one wants to play him.
Part of that is interesting. Could come down to the last game. Tassie and Illawarra play each other.
And I hope it does. Let's jump to our coaches' whiteboards quickly, though, before we get ready to tip off. It's not Cotroth.
No, it's
certainly not that. And you know what?
No.
He already doesn't like me, and he's not going to like me anymore. What's on Scott Roth's whiteboard?
I'm just glad that it went with a different vowel there. I was worried. Respect the opponent. Brisbane Bullets, we know they're bottom, we know they've been poor, and do not settle. Don't just get happy with the way that you're playing this game. Really try and lock in.
What about D-Mac?
D-Mac needs to double. He has to double David Johnson. Every time he touches the ball, go get him, double him. Rebound, bigs and guards have to rebound and push the tempo.
Sounds like everybody's got a rebound. Is the gist?
Everybody,
quickly,
coaches as well.
Quickly, before we throw over to Joel Peterson, who wins?
Tasmania by 15.
Tasmania about 27.
There you go. They're expecting a big win from Tassie. If you know these guys well, that probably means Brisbane are going to play fairly well in this one. Get ready for the dulcet tones of Joel Peterson, one of the best callers in the country, to take you through it.
Tiger Campbell from the right wing. To Tiger Campbell, he will fire away. Campbell says, I got this. Also may have the coolest hair in the NBL. Najuk Deng! Najuk Deng's trying to fire the locals up. Oh, Maldonado gets it to go. Norton, he's going to keep firing away and eventually one will go. Oh, that'll do. Doesn't matter how they go down at the moment. And there's the effort play from Norton to Maldonado. And that gets the crowd going.
The Tasmania JackJumpers trying to take another step toward the postseason tonight. They host the Brisbane Bullets. A win would go a long way to assuring them of a final spot. All the Teal in town as well, of course, for the She Gynecological Cancer Group. The big Teal game is a magnificent spectacle every year at My State Bank Arena, and tonight is no exception. Joel Peterson alongside NBL champions Pete Hawley and Leonard Copeland with you for this one. On our Mitsubishi Motors ladder, Pete, the importance for the JJs is very clear.
Yeah, we just spoke about it. If they win this, I think they're in, because it's going to be hard. The Illawarra Hawks, the percentage could come down to hurt them, but a big test. When you know that, there's a little seed of doubt that could potentially creep in about how important the game is with the pressure, but it's a big moment for the club. It's a big moment for everything in Tasmania, and I think they'll be good enough to do it.
Absolutely. I think D-Mac has to come in here and jump this thing up, make it as ugly as possible if you think you got a chance, because Roth has these guys, even though they've lost a lot of guys through injury, he still has them playing championship basketball.
Yeah, so there you see the stats between for the Tasmania JackJumpers in recent times. Of course, only missing the finals once from their 4 seasons completed thus far. This their 5th. So this is the 2 games between these 2 teams this season. You've got to go back to round 8 when they last met. 2-point margins both times. And you look at the history, as Felix said in our pregame, 14 times they have met. 13 of those have been single-figure margins. 8 of those have been single-possession games.
Well, I mean, the history, you can't just ignore it, even though it's a completely different Brisbane outfit. I think that Tasmania, with how much they have riding on this game, are going to show up a bit more. And Najuk Deng, he's been terrific
He absolutely has, Majuk Deng. We'll talk more about the Jack Jumpers shortly. Some great access from the Bullets, though. Let's get to Kelsey Brown, who's standing by with Mitch Norton.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for your time. This close to the game, Mitch, what would Darryl McDonald's final message be heading into this one?
We just got to compete. You know, we've had a long time off since our last game. A lot's happened. It's been an emotional week. So, yeah, we're keen to get out and give it a crack.
David Johnson's coming off a season-high game. What's your method for him tonight?
Yeah, he's been shooting the ball really well at a high level. Obviously a big focal point for them. We've got a couple of different guys we can throw at him defensively, so hopefully I can slow him down.
Another guy in your team, Jacob Holt. Last one I'll ask you before you have to go into the huddle, but Jacob Holt, he's developed so much over the season. Darren Baines has asked for him to be a bit more of a focus for you guys tonight. Is that something that you're looking at?
Yeah, for sure. You know, anytime he's aggressive, it's good for us. We got to try put scoreboard pressure on the other team. He's done a good job of that the last couple of games.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Wonderful stuff from Kelsey Brown and from Mitch Norton. Looking fresh as well. A little bit of a haircut and a beard trim as well for Nordo. So he's ready for some Friday night hoops, as is David Johnson, who was superb on Sunday for the Jack Jumpers Copes. 33 big ones, 7 3-pointers, and he hit the game-winning shot.
Well, he has one of the best shots in the league, shoots the ball extremely well, and it's his team now. I mean, you've lost a lot of players, and Roth has a lot of built a lot of confidence in him, and just said, look, go out and shoot the ball. Like Pete said, there are no bad shots. You got to go out and shoot the ball now. So, and that's what he's done.
And I think he's relishing that extra opportunity, which is a beautiful thing. So if you're the Brisbane Bullets, you've got to try and keep him quiet because Cope said he's got a beautiful stroke and he can get hot quick. 20 plus in 3 of his last 4. David Johnson. Jacob Holt's been the shining light for the Brisbane Bullets. He had 24 last time they played. You've got to go back to last Wednesday to see the Brisbane Bullets play in that fiery encounter with the Adelaide 36ers. But he's given Bullets fans in what's been a pretty dark period, Pete, something to really like. Yeah, he's been terrific. And again, Woody's opportunities have been the same. If Tyler Harrison was still there, was unsure, but this is the silver line to come out of a disappointing season, that they have unearthed something here in this local big. Incredibly young, next generation award. He'll be right up there for that. There'll be some other competition, I think, that'll probably pip him at the post, but future looks bright.
You got to love his enthusiasm. I mean, even though they're not playing great basketball, he's having fun on the floor. He's doing his thing. He's a positive player, strong, big, can shoot from outside, and will dunk on you on the inside.
Indeed. He's only 22. He missed most of the start of the season after an off-season procedure as well, so it's been great to see him round into some form for this Brisbane team over the back end of the season. The Bullets come in 6-23. The Jackies 13-17, looking for an all-important win in their post-season chase. There you see our starting fives: Campbell, Marshall, Johnson, Deng, and Bannon. Majuk Deng coming off a game in which he played every single second last Sunday against New Zealand. Maldonado, Norton, Murray, Dukas, and Jacob Holt. So good to see Alex Dukas back into the lineup after he hit the floor last time that he was at a game. He wasn't meant to. He was meant to be on the bench, but he did get out there. I mean, we also talked about the freedom that David Johnson and Majuk Deng can play with. The same goes for the Brisbane Bullets. If you're Alex Dukas, you're coming in, you've got this reputation. We know he can shoot the ball. Anytime you get an open look, let it fly. Recent history would tell you this should be a close game tonight, despite the contrasting positions that these two teams find themselves in. 13 of their 14 matchups have ended in a single-figure game, including two-point games this season. The first of a Friday night doubleheader. Perth and Cairns to follow us this evening on a massive weekend here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. The third to last round in this season. Tiger Campbell and Tassie in their Teal on offense to start. And Tiger gets it done in the best way. And he's another one who's just going to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end. We know he likes to facilitate, doesn't turn the ball over often. They're going to need some points out of him. Tay Murray with a strong take back the other way.
And knowing D-Mac, like Nordo said, he just wants these guys to compete. You know, I'm not expecting them to go out there and blow this team out, but if you give yourself a chance and compete every time, then you're a much better looking team.
And the last layup from Tay Murray, so he had a very good game early on in the season when they first met. Anytime that you've had success against the team, Coach, you feel good next time you match up against them.
You want the ball straight away. You want to just see if that thing's still going the way it went the first game.
He'd really struggled to start the season shooting from the floor, Tay Murray, and he lit it up against the Jack Jumpers back in round 4. Speaking of lighting it up, this man's no stranger to that in recent times.
Coming off that screen, there has to be somebody to step up to slow him down. If he gets a look at the basket, like that, it's pretty much going to go down.
7 of 11 from outside last time out for Johnson. Nice little pocket pass from Mitch Norton to whip it around the back to Jacob Holt. It was fouled as he was taking it upstairs.
Tiger Campbell going to make him earn it. Mitch Norton twice has got his feet in the paint. A good kick out for Tane Murray in there. Little handoff to Jacob Holt.
He's been an absolute revelation down the stretch of this season for the Brisbane Bullets, has the big man. And this is the first. The local fans, they're baying for burgers early in this one.
Needs to be very early burgers.
Go get yourself a feed. Code word, ironically, is swish. Head to your Tasmanian Hungry Jack store before 6 o'clock tomorrow. Claim it in the NBL app and tell them Big Jacob Holt sent ya.
And what you don't want to do is fire this crowd up that early. Get them going early. They know they got burgers coming.
They know they got a little treat on the ride home tonight. The Hungry Jacks up the Brooker Highway. Mitch Norton tried to whip it across the lane. Ended up with Maldonado. He tosses it inside, straight in the path of Johnson.
Did you see the pass I just saw?
Yeah, one of the worst passes you've seen all season.
Threw it into double coverage. That one pops out from Bannon. Marshall is able to get after it. Nice little touch with some of the shoes for the Tassie players tonight as well, making sure they're in with the theme. Majuk Deng from outside. That one's well strong. He has turned into a really important part of this team down the stretch, Majuk Deng. He's missed a couple of games with that concussion suffered in Sydney a couple of Thursdays ago. Holt loses that one and a couple of early turnovers for the Bullets.
Well, could have very well been a second foul on Tiger Campbell as well.
Scott Roth, of course, those impassioned scenes after Sunday's win. Great to see the fire that he was playing, expecting his team to come out with. It was their first win in 5, as you see on the form line there.
He certainly knows how to get his crowd going, doesn't he?
He's a master at pulling the strings, whether that's the crowd copes or his team.
Master at it.
Johnson leaning in, can't hit the first one, didn't get a look at the second. Maldonado comes away with it for the Bullets. Whilst they're past 3 by 30+, this Brisbane team. That one rolls off the rim for Norton. And Josh Bannon, former Bullet, of course, first season with Tassie. Outside to Marshall, who continues to play some really strong hoop.
And he's found a home. The way he's playing on both ends of the floor, they wouldn't be in this position had it not been for him this year, the way he's been playing.
It's not the way the Brisbane Bullets want to start. Some bad offensive possessions. Tassie already starting to feel good about themselves.
So on screen, Nick Marshall, a great performance last time these two met.
Foul over here. There's a foul off the ball. There was a foul off the ball. 11, push, baseline, goal.
Replay, Josh Bannon getting a rebound. He does that just as well as anybody in the competition. And then Nick Marshall running the floor, feet set.
End line.
7 field goal attempts to 3 right now.
And Brisbane look like they're afraid to shoot the ball. People are driving and kicking. They're trying to make better shots, but end up turning it over. Take the shot. Give yourself a chance.
Of the players they have active tonight, this man is their best three-point shooter on the season at 34%. As he banks that one home, big Jacob Holt. He'll go to the line to add the bonus.
And the big fella talking a little trash, too.
Let Josh Bannon know about it, too.
That's right.
Here we go, one shot, guys. One shot.
Love everything about this young big man. Because the talent's one thing. You can't teach the effort that he plays with.
No.
For a team that's been pretty moribund for most of the season, I mean, this kind of ray of hope is something that their supporters can really click to. And I mean, it's potentially something they can build around.
Of course, you build something around. You bring out some quality players and put around this guy with his enthusiasm and the way he gets up and down the floor and plays hard every possession, then you got yourself something.
Marshall from the corner cashes that one. Nick Marshall with a couple of threes to open up here. And of Tassie's 11 points, 9 of them have come from beyond the arc.
And that's another thing that Tasmania JackJumpers need going forward if they want to cause any sort of upset to get to the postseason and stay there. They need Nick Marshall and everybody to get their opportunities and take it.
Dukas goes to Holt. He had that one poked away. Got it back. Long two. That's no good. Tassie up by 6. Just over 4 minutes played here in this opening term. Friday night doubleheader here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Tassie celebrating their annual Teal game, and Josh Bannon tried to rival Hunter Maldonado there for the worst parts of the night. Alex Dukas straight into a 3-ball. They'll pull down the rebound. Maldonado from straight away. That one's outside. He hasn't been shooting it well all season. Hunter Maldonado underneath 22% from outside on the campaign. Marshall fought long and hard about that. Good defense from Dukas.
A couple of ill-advised turnovers on both ends. Tell you what, Alex Dukas, oh, he's his first game back. Doesn't look 100%. See him over there, both hands on the knees. He's going to come out early.
Mind you, he's not the only person I've seen that's today that's labouring around the place. Halls.
Great point.
The man to your left has been just battling a little niggle.
Oh, you guys want to bring it up on live TV, huh?
Mate, it took you 20 minutes to walk from the car. What happened?
Well, I was trying to...
Had to park right at the front as well.
Trying to train some kids and do the right thing, get myself fit. And I heard the calf pop. Calf is gone. Gone.
Giant ice pack wrapped around the calf.
Yep. It's like one of those bags of ice you get from the servo or something. The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Strapped to his calf. Unbelievable. Emptied a roll of gaffer tape. Here's Marshall from outside.
He is on fire.
He's feeling it early. Nick Marshall's got 9. That's the lead of Tasmania. Halfway through this opening term, a tangerine timeout. It is 14-5, the Tassie JackJumpers over the Brisbane Bullets. The Bullets said they were going to make a focus of Jacob Holt on the offensive end. He's holding his own at the moment. He caught up with Kelsey Brown pre-game.
You always play with a lot of enthusiasm. You've almost been a shining light when it comes to the spark that you provide on the floor for the Bullets. Have you always played with that much passion? Has that been a big part of your game?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you're not out there playing hard, then what are you doing? Yeah.
How does it feel having someone of Bainesy's caliber coming out and saying that you need to be a focal point for the Bullets? And also, is that something that you want as well?
Yeah, I mean, you know, his words are very kind and I appreciate it. I think for me, you know, as the game goes on, you know, whatever my role is that. But I would definitely love to get a little more touches and help the offense a little more. I think for us, it's more about, you know, playing with each other and playing for each other.
There's Jacob Holt, who's going to be a big part of this Brisbane team going forward. They trail by 9 in the early going. You might not have missed it or might not have seen it in our pre-match. We rolled a package about his nicknames, of course, with me and Damon in our best formal attire. Kelsey Brown, you spoke to him. Did you get any insight into what his nickname is?
I did. They've come up with a new nickname at the Brisbane Bullets. Now, he hails from Canada. His mum is Canadian. She's from Vancouver. He's got an accent, which we heard there. So they are rolling with the Big Maple or the Big Syrup at the moment.
Nice.
Another loss.
I guess that shot your little name down, huh, Joe?
I think the Incredible Hulk has to be.
Nah,
yours or Damon?
I think that's Damon's. I'll give the credit to my man on that one.
The Incredible Hulk's fantastic. I mean, the big mate's just too obvious.
Mate, if his teammates want to call him one thing and you want to call him another, who do you think's going to win?
Bannon from in the lane, he misses. Smith-Milner out there now. Murray, Maldonado, Divas, and Holtz, or the Big Maple. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Maldonado tosses one into traffic again. Tiger Campbell's up and running. Johnson, he will like the look of that. Can't hit that time, and Marshall comes up with the offensive rebound. Johnson will get another go. That one's around and out as well.
There's no such thing as a bad shot, though, for David Johnson. He's loving it.
Why are the Bullets trying to force all these shots, man? You got a wide open 3, take it.
Help me out. Player safety, floor. Show us where it is, guys.
Just going to get the floor cleaned up here with under 4 minutes to go in this opening term. Tassie up by 9. Kels, you're listening to D-Mac at that last time out?
Yes, and there was one message, so he won't be happy with the 2 open looks that David Johnson just got. It was all about the threes. He said they've made 3 already. We're not even making them make a decision. He goes, we need to clean up our defensive effort. Obviously, with the deficit being what it is, but he just wasn't happy with their intent.
That would be the one negotiable for Darryl McDonald. Kelsey Brown with us courtside tonight. John Peterson, Pete Hawley, Leonard Copeland with you. Friday night hoops here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Tassie trying to pretty much stitch up 6th spot with a win. The Wildcats in the Taipan still to come. Murray gets into the lane. That's no good from the elbow. Juk Ding pulls down the rebound and Tassie are running up ahead. Marshall, Ding, Johnson, 3 more.
Cannot give him that many looks because eventually he's going to knock some down. And once he gets that eye, it's going to be a lot, Pete.
You can already see that they're hunting for him. They're going to continue to try and push this lead out. It's just Davis goes upstairs and just comes up ginger as well. Might have came down on Juk Ding's angle.
Campbell gets 2 at the other end. And that is the story of Brisbane's season right there. They have been the walking wounded, and sometimes not even walking. Maldonado scurries inside. He gets 2 back.
He's trying to get a foul here, Tristan Divas. He's trying to get off the court.
He's had a really good season as well for them across the course of the campaign. Tristan Divas played the 26 games, started 6. He's done some good work defensively, particularly. It's really unfortunate to see him limp off. Of course, no Terry Taylor tonight, who is suspended for the Bullets, still without Tyrell Harrison.
Okay, so Taylor, no Javon Freeman Liberty.
It's a laundry list of players. They're all there. Nick Marshall from outside again.
Nick Marshall, he's 4 of 4 from 3.
Tassie 6 of 9. 6 of their 8 makes have been from behind the arc.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but they got to run these guys off the 3-point line because
they've also got to change if the focal point has been David Johnson, let it be Nick Marshall right now.
Mitch Norton, as the shot clock expires, can't hit. Nunn, Drimmick, Ding, Johnson, Marshall. So it is a pretty small lineup out there at the moment for Tassie. Johnson turns that one over. Bullets have the numbers advantage. Murray can't make the most of it. Played a little bit of ping pong there with it for a while, and it settles back in Anthony Drimmick's hands.
Got to run something here for Nick Marshall.
His hands on knees in the corner of the court. Norton helps off him a long way. Anthony Drimmick now from outside. They can't miss Tassie.
We're talking about if they get the 6th spot, hang on to it, sorry. You still don't want to play them in a do-or-die game. It's just the way they build everything about their culture.
Murray laces one from the corner, and that's the Bullets' first make from beyond the arc.
He's not playing smart basketball.
18.
Both teams are low on bodies, but that Tristan Divas injury, even worse. There is Nick Marshall. 4 of 4. What can they draw up with a minute to go in the quarter? Just to see how hot he really is.
If I'm D-Mac, I'm giving instructions. Don't leave him.
Oh!
On a heater!
15 in the first quarter for Nick Marshall, and he is loving it.
Oh, what have we had? I think we've had 3 players who have had 10 threes since 2009. A couple of them done it multiple times. Nick Marshall, 5 of 5 in the first quarter.
How could you not know where he is? How could you leave him? How could you? I know you're fighting over screens, and then you need pressure on that pass.
So 28-12, Tassie. You can play beat the coach and go head-to-head against Damon Lowry in the NBL's official fantasy game. Beat him in any round of NBL26, score an entry into the $10,000 end-of-season prize draw, $5,000 cash, and a $5,000 Choice Hotels voucher. It's free to play. Scan the QR code on screen. Anytime you beat Damon Lowry, it is generally a good thing. Toy Smith-Milner makes the second at the line to make it a 15-point game. So 15 in the opening quarter for Nick Marshall.
Fine, number 11. Double down screen, here we go.
Does see some bodies. Majuk Deng tries heads
Oh, wow.
It's all coming up, Tassie. Their biggest first quarter score this season.
9 threes in the first quarter.
What did I say, 27 points? It might be 37.
Well, only 47 at this rate.
This is like that night when you put 23 on the Bullets in the first quarter, Copes.
Yeah, well, I thought it was 25, but you corrected me, didn't you?
Well, it's still a league record. You still hold the record for the most points in any quarter against the Brisbane Bullets.
Well, let me tell you something. The way this is going, you never know.
Probably not quite enough time for Nick Marshall to get 3 more threes. Who knows? 41 points.
His calf was okay then, obviously.
Well, they had a guy called Shane Hill who was talking a little trash, so I had to let him know what the deal was.
18-point lead for the Bullets. There you see Hunter Maldonado's numbers for this Bullets team. Nearly 18 and 6 since he joined them. 7th game in.
Here we go.
Bullets colours. And now he's just going to handle the ball.
Just clear out.
Why not?
This is the heat check.
15 points, 5 of 5 in the quarter. Takes it to the hoop. Nick Marshall is 6 of 6 from the field. It's a no-hitter in the opening term for Marshall. And he's got Tassie up by 19 points at quarter time. Somewhere in there's a smile from Scott Roth, surely. 33-14 at the end of one. The Jack Jumpers over the Bullets.
In the business, they are the Innova Dental Jump Squad, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This season smiles are bigger and brighter thanks to Innova Dental, the presenting partner of the Jump Squad. And JackJumpers fans, a big thank you to St Luke's, proudly supporting female health awareness in our community. St Luke's is committed to helping Tasmanian women access the care, support and confidence they need to live healthy, active lives.
Now, Jackie's fans, we have a very exciting update to our talent. Pass your eyes to the big screen now. So far, we have raised 16.
The Jack Jumpers have said hello. Yes, we want it to that 6th spot in the standings. 9 threes in that first term to finish it 33-14 over the Bullets. Yes, you heard that correctly. It's a 19-point lead to the Tassie Jack Jumpers right here at My State Bank Arena. I listened in to Darryl McDonald. What more can he say than we're not competing? The one thing that they'd spoken about prior to this game was at least competing, and they haven't come out and done it. It was silent in there. The body language wasn't good. Leonard, how do they pull this out in the second?
Well, let's be honest. Unless they're willing to compete like D-Mac says, this one's over. I hate to say that. You got to come out and you got to play for pride now. You know, it ain't about winning the game. You can't let somebody have 9 threes on you in the first quarter, Pete. It just can't happen.
No, you can't. And losing sucks. You talk about the body language being down. They've been getting blown out in so many games now. But they're giving up layups as well as open threes.
At the moment, Pete, they are losing to one player. It's Nick Marshall, 17, Brisbane 14.
Oh, wow. They love the uniforms. They love that color.
Nick Marshall with the highest scoring opening quarter of any player this season with his 17 points on 6 of 6 shooting, 5 of 5.
Hasn't missed a shot
from beyond the arc.
Easy, open shots.
Brisbane on offense here. Dukas fading away, and he's still hobbling around, Pete. He does not look a well boy. Drimmick on the closeout. He's able to get inside, but tosses it away.
Yeah, Alex Dukas is done, I reckon. I'm watching him limp back down the court. He is really, really struggling out there. So Tristan Deva's emerging back from the locker room. Kelsey will be all over that.
Alex Dukas got injured in that Ignite Cup game against Melbourne and Bendigo a couple of weeks ago, and that is way too easy for Nick Stoddart.
So not only are they getting beat off the dribble, you talk about the pride in getting down in a stance, not letting someone beat you. You're going to get beat at times, but where's the help? There's no one ready to rotate. Everybody's just kind of worried about their own. And right now, Tassie can put up whatever score they want.
I think what these guys have to be careful of is they don't understand other teams are watching. And look, they obviously want to play in the NBL, you know, and we don't know what's going to happen with the coaching staff and what's going to happen with the Bullets, but at the end of the day, you can't go out there and give a performance like this and expect other teams to want to invite you to their roster.
Watching Alex Dukas there, now something to himself. He's trying to shake out that left leg. That is a pancake. There's Tristan Devers back out. Tough customer if he can go at all who try.
Tassie by 20. Kels, you've got an update on Devers?
He's all good to go, Pete. It was just a rolled ankle. He's had it re-strapped out the back. They're just giving him some meds, but he's good to go.
Thanks, Kels.
They just need the bodies.
All the help they can get, of course, had a fairly decent stretch of rest since last Wednesday, but haven't had time to get healthy throughout the course of the season. Johnson misses that one. 9 of 13, the JackJumpers from outside, 14 of 22 from the field. Maldonado trying to push that one home. He got fouled on the way.
Yeah, they're asking for a goaltend here.
He's already counted it.
So they've counted it. Yeah, the points are going to count. You can't just smack the backboard. Foul called there, and then Josh Bannon just smacking the backboard after the ball's on the way up.
Fair to say both of these teams haven't been at their sharpest. Like even Tassie have had some pretty sloppy moments so far in this game. Scott Rother just want them to lock in a little bit here.
Nick Stoddart has 3 fouls in 3 minutes.
Oh, hello.
No. From what I understand too.
Your favourite stat.
For those who do love to follow the stat, Cam Toby watches games from, I think he's in Kentucky overseas. He likes that it's always brought up.
Brody Nunn from outside. That won't fall. Getting some good energy. And I shouldn't laugh, but watching Alex Dukas out there at the moment, you just can't help but feel sorry for him.
He looks like Copes right now. When Copes is limping walking into the venue.
He's running around with straight legs.
But you know what? He's out there doing it, though.
Yep.
Give him a little credit.
Good on him.
What's that say about you there?
That's saying that I'm probably 3 times his age, and I can't do it, my friend.
Oh, Johnson straight through Smith. Milner hangs, can't hit. He will go to the line. I reckon now, even with David Johnson just taking his time to get up, both of these coaches, any time any of their players hit the floor, they just have a little heart palpitation.
That looked like it stung David Johnson. To be honest, he had the little floater. He did enough to get them out of the way. And they could have just floated up there.
Oh, he got cracked.
He's been in terrific form, has Johnson. He's 17 of 32 from downtown in his 4 games coming into this. Anthony Drimmick's being checked out on the bench as well. You can see a little bit of blood on the long sleeve jersey there.
My eyes just locked in on Alex Dukas, and you see there, reaching for the back of his calf. towards the sock Achilles region. Just if there's anything, maybe just a bit of an awareness there. I'm hoping the Brisbane Bullets can see that and potentially just save him from himself.
Nothing hugely to be gained by keeping him out there and making that worse. Norton weaves his way inside. He got fouled. Majuk Deng's taken some contact among all of that. Continues to play with plenty of heart, Majuk Deng.
2 shots, 8. Let's go, Mitch.
So Dukas is subbed out. Good call.
Austin Deaver's still on the exercise bike. Tane Murray, Maldonado, Norton, Holt and Smith Milner. You see Alex Dukas in consultation with the physios. Not a good sign for the young West Aussie. He's just back from injury. Norton makes both to make it a 15-point game. See Cal Dalton there is. Looks like he's carrying some battle scars as well. So it's been a rough old season for this Brisbane Bullets team.
And I just don't know how the morale stays up when you got that many injuries. And what's the locker room like? A guy's coming to practice on time. A guy's fighting, and you just don't know.
I think had the chance to chat to Mitch Norton about that a couple of weeks ago as Majuk Deng gets fouled there on the leg, and asked him, you know, how do you lead a team in this situation, Mitch? And it's all about, you know, those little things, those day-to-day little wins that they can get, because it's got to be a pretty tough task.
Well, firstly, coach was talking about what are their daily habits like at practice. They don't even have enough bodies to practice. So how hard is it to compete?
And Tassie, you're in the same position in that
try
regard.
And set a tone. But albeit Tasmania have this incredible culture built in the last 5 years since they began, that they only know one way. If you're available, if we've got 4-on-4, if we've got 3-on-3, whatever it is, if you're not competing, then get out of town.
Yep.
So this is different now for Brisbane, where you're trying to set something. When DMAC takes over, hey, we're trying to set this level of professionalism, competitiveness, but you haven't got enough bodies to really go at it and do that. And that's impossible.
And then you don't have the organisational culture. Like, what has this organisation stood for over the last little while? They've stood for, you know, internal ructions and change, really. That's been their identity over the last little while.
Changing of coaches, changing of imports, just, you know.
It's a tough task for these players, especially when they're undermanned. You see that little bits of frustration creeping in at different times.
And again, you do give them a bunch of credit for the guys who are available for not just packing it in completely, because it'd be tough. It'd be tough when you know that you've got injuries already, season-ending injuries going into it. You see 2 guys go down in the first quarter as well. It is really hard to keep your morale up.
I reckon the best thing you could do is just become closer as a team off the floor. You got to have friends in an atmosphere like this. You got to have guys you can lean on and talk to and laugh with.
It's great insight from Bernard Copeland and Pete Hawley. 4 minutes played here in this second term. Tassie by 20. Remembering that only one double-figure result between these two teams previous to this from 14 matchups. David Johnson, beautiful behind the back pass. Marshall looked it off, took it inside and laid it home. Nick Marshall stays perfect. 19 points, 7 of 7. Timeout, Brisbane. The Jackies up by 22.
Defense leading to offense. They got the steal. David Johnson behind the back. Everyone thought Nick Marshall was going to let it fly. Put the ball on the floor and then finished. Now maybe he just wants to stay perfect.
Why not? Why not? Tassie up by 22. A big night, of course, their 5th annual Teal game. Let's get some more information on that with Kelsey Brown.
Absolutely. I'm here with Scott Harris, who is the chair of the She Gynecological Cancer Group. And Scott, can you tell us a little bit about Joe Harris, who the inspiration is behind this Teal game and why this is so important?
Yeah, well, my late wife passed away a couple of years ago now, and really for us it's about creating a wellness centre in the hospital precinct of Hobart. We recognised there was some shortcomings with emotional support, so we got in behind this whole vision of a wellness centre, and the whole Tasmanian community have got in behind this. They want to see it happen. these centres are all over Australia, but not one in Tasmania. So well, I think that's appalling. And so we've been on this journey, and the JackJumpers family have got in behind it and really supporting us every step of the way.
I cannot wait to see the Wellness Centre be built in Tasmania. I know how important it is for people going through cancer to have support like that, but how amazing is it to see how much of this crowd has got behind the Teal and the donations that are pouring in at the moment?
Yeah, look, it's just amazing, you know, to see a Teal. The whole community has got in behind this over the last 5 years. We've got 165,000 already from Chemist Warehouse, got in behind it. The Tasmanian public have got in behind this. It's just, we couldn't be prouder as a family.
We absolutely love what you do, Scott. Thank you so much for your time. And for those of you who are paying attention at home, we'd love for you to consider a donation. You can head to sheguyanatas.org.au and jump on there. Anything counts.
Yeah, well said, Carls, and thank you very much to Scott. Nick Marshall adds 2 more. It is a fantastic cause, so if you can, give generously.
8 of 8 now for Nick Marshall, 21 points. Is he going to try again? He's being very selective.
Campbell. They don't need to be selective at the moment, Tassie. Anything they put up is going down. They are shooting 67% and 68% from outside. And it looks like the injury, sort of the replacements are coming back in. Dukas and Divas are going to give it a go. They've got their MASH unit ready to check into the ball game. Unorthodox offensive rebound from Smith-Milner. Bannon tried to flip it home. Nick Marshall's waiting in the corner, no one around him, thinking, come on, Josh.
Somebody get him the ball.
Mitch Norton with a little baby hook. That breaks a 15-2 Tassie run.
And again, maybe we're asking for too much. I don't see the huddles. I don't see the desperation. You know, the guys on the floor going, bring it in. This isn't good. Somebody has to be that leader.
Apologies, a 15-0 Tasmania run from 38-20, 35-25. Get it to 50-25.
I get a timeout here from Scott Roth.
Murray in the corner, he can't hit. Brisbane shooting 32% from the field. They are 1 of 8 from outside. Conversely, the JackJumpers 11 of 16. Johnson getting him down the lane. Campbell from the corner, got it. 3 more, 12 threes in this first half. There are still 3 minutes to play.
All right, might have just cancelled that timeout. Went to the bench before, we get another steal. Give it right back. And Brisbane Bullets have no timeouts left. It's going to be a 3rd foul on Josh Bannon.
So that is their 12th three-pointer of the game. In 4 games this season, Tassie has played 30 of them. Twice have they made 12 or more threes in a whole game. Wow. We have played 17 minutes of basketball and they've made 12 threes already in this one. Of course, the Ignite Cup final is happening on the Gold Coast. Feb 22, Sunday afternoon, the 36ers and the Breakers for $400,000. What a prize it is. The inaugural Ignite Cup goes on the line when Adelaide take on New Zealand. The Gold Coast is going to light up. You can scan your tickets on screen and get a part of all the action. What an event that is going to be. You're going to have the good fortune of being there, Halls.
Yep. So's Copes.
Oh, am I going? No, man.
Set him up for that one.
Copes, regular season finishes on a Friday, and everybody gets set for Sunday for the Night Cup.
I think
final.
Cope said he was going on the Tuesday.
Yeah, he asked for the Tuesday, the week before.
I might have asked for it, but it didn't happen, did it?
Archie Woodhill into the game now for the JackJumpers. Marshall all the way for Nick Marshall. He's 9 of 9. He can't be stopped.
Hey, we are in Dave Barlow territory here. 14 of 14, Dave Barlow, 37 points.
I would.
I think he 8 threes in that though, so Nick Marshall's got to hit a couple more.
Of course, Jacob Holt started that game a couple of weeks ago in Bendigo. I think he was 9 of 9 before he missed one late.
I think Marshall's getting to the point now with the perfect game where you start to turn down some open 3 balls, and that's the prettiest shot chart you'll ever see.
That's like Copes' drive home. It's just all green lights.
Joel Peterson is in rare form tonight.
So also, we just missed it. So Alex Dukas came on for a little bit, tried, and now he just walked to the back. And here's Nick Marshall.
Oh! You guys jinxed him.
Well, Jesse Edwards went 10 of 10 earlier this season. Nick Marshall is now a lowly, a decrepit 9 of 10.
Yeah, get him off.
Yeah.
So Dukas went back behind the bleachers, not even towards the locker room.
Real shame for Alex Dukas. Tristan Divas, that's a nice move. Now he's hobbling as well.
This is just absurd.
This is macabre for this Brisbane Bullets team.
This is just ridiculous. And D-Mac's asking the question, but clearly he can't go. So Dukas looks like he's done. Devers is going to be done. Jensen Brackey, Jack Purchase, going to get a bunch of minutes here in the second half.
This is just crazy. Norton searching for something on the offensive end. Divas just continuing to gut this out. Dodgy ankle and all, puts it on the floor, trying to create something. 24-second clock. Rings out, and Alex Dukas looks like he's in a world of bother at the moment. So you look at this Brisbane team across the course of the season. Dukas and Divas going down tonight with some kind of injury. You've got Prather, Harrison, Freeman Liberty, Adams, Matthias, and Patterson. Sam McDaniel as well you can throw in there. It is just a staggering injury toll that these Brisbane Bullets have had to endure throughout the course of the season. Tassie up by 26 with a minute left here in this first half. And of course, the other thing that plays into this now for Tassie with the margin as it is, Pete, is that they're in that percentage battle with the Illawarra Hawks and the New Zealand Breakers. They already have the advantage as far as percentage goes, but this only furthers their case.
Exactly right, and just helps solidify their spot, and also just reminds everybody in the league that yes, they're down key personnel, but in a one-off game in the playing tournament, whether it's Perth or Melbourne, who finished 5th, just come in with a team that's not afraid to lose. They're not afraid of, they're not going to beat themselves. No, thank you.
They're the classic team that you just don't want to see, right? In a postseason game when they know what it takes, you just don't want to run into them.
Because you know how they're going to play. You know they're going to play hard. They're going to, one of those teams that always give themselves a chance to be in a game.
Of course, the red-hot Perth Wildcats come up against the Cairns Taipans tonight. Last time those two teams met, Jack McVeigh gave it absolutely everything. He took his one-man band on the road. He just couldn't drag them across the line against the Wildcats. So that one coming up tonight. McVeigh is in rare form, but that Wildcats machine is humming. That's the nightcap here on this Friday night. Beautiful dime from Tiger Campbell. And Archie Woodhill had no one within the greater Hobart area. He was all alone.
You also start to look at the last couple of games for the Bullets. How are they going to finish out this season? Good take there from Mitch Norton. He'll go to the free throw line. But have a look at this. They're trying to spark something with some energy. The problem is now you've got guys who have barely been on the floor together at the same time. So you're going to have breakdowns, miscommunication. But there's still a couple of games left for their season. With what bodies? With what bodies left?
Well, they've gone down the road of every RP throughout the course of the season. Brisbane, the NRP, the IRP. I don't know if they have a replacement player, Copes, that they can go to, but they might need it.
I wouldn't be surprised if D-Mac laced him up himself.
He could still go, couldn't he?
Probably.
Hopefully his calves are okay. Tassie by 27. 38 seconds to go. Mitch Norton, he just does not stop trying. What a warrior this man is. There he is, sliding into the advertising hoardings. Callum Dalton pulls down the rebounds.
Now Mitch Norton's limping.
Well, he just takes the toll every night. He's been playing for 30-odd minutes over the last little while, which probably isn't what he would like at this advanced stage of his career. Hunter Maldonado just kicked that away. And he dived on Campbell. Marshall comes up with it. Johnson with the clock winding down. Good defense from Dalton. Johnson gets past him, tosses it to Woodhill, who was in the lane for a little bit too long.
He was open. He definitely open.
It has to be deliberate.
Tassie's biggest halftime lead was 20 earlier this season. Brisbane's biggest halftime deficit, 32. Maldonado to close the half. Doesn't get it away in time. And that is a dominant first half from the JackJumpers, shooting a red-hot 60% from outside on 20 attempts. They lead by 26 points at the half. And for this Brisbane team, they continue to have injury added to insult. 26-point lead to the JackJumpers. Red-hot first half from Nick Marshall. He's with Kels.
Yes, it's some deep breaths for Nick Marshall at the moment. 23 points for you. Are you just seeing it differently? What's it feel like at the moment? Is it just in flow?
Yeah, it just feels good right now. Teammates are finding me, taking good shots, a couple heat checks, and they went in, so just keep shooting them.
We were staying in touch with whether you were going to have a perfect first half. You've missed one, but that's okay. Is it almost a perfect first half for the Tassie JackJumpers, though? 57 points. What's Scott going to have to say at halftime?
Yeah, definitely. We're flowing offensively, finding the right shots. We just got to continue to get stops now. We got another half to play. Just keep getting stops and we'll get the win.
Do you reckon you can drop a 40 ball?
Well, as long as we get the win, it's all good.
Thanks for your time. A massive first half of the Tassie JackJumpers. 57 plays at 31 here at My State Bank Arena. You are watching the Hungry Jacks NBL. We've got the halftime highlights coming up right after this.
Dominant first half for Tassie on a big night for the franchise, their annual Teal game, and it is a 26-point lead, the equal biggest half-time lead in franchise history for the JackJumpers. They lead at 57-31 over the Brisbane Bullets, who have already had an injury toll added to their woes in this game, and Nick Marshall is on an absolute heater in this first half. Joel Peterson alongside Pete Hooley and Leonard Copeland to break it all down. Those numbers for the JackJumpers, Copes, they are pretty, not so much for the Bullets.
12 of 20 from the three-point line. It's all about Nick Marshall and the way he's playing, but look, when you don't have the horses, you can't compete, and it's a mismatch. I mean, these guys are coming out playing for something, obviously, Tasmania, and they look good at what they're doing.
Everything's against the Brisbane Bullets, right?
Yeah.
They're not playing for anything, so it's always hard to get up for that. They've been getting smacked recently, morale's down. They have barely anybody available, and then they lose two guys, or look like potentially losing two guys for the rest of this game, in Tristan Devers and Alex Dukas. So you talk about backs firmly against the wall. I don't know where their backs are anymore. They're probably injured, to be fair. It's probably an injury to their backs against the wall.
Yeah, they've got the Denko rub on their backs at the moment, wherever they are up against the wall at the moment. Nick Marshall's been absolutely fantastic in that first half. 23 points. He was 9 of 9 before he jacked up a 3. That led into 9 of 10, but he has been extraordinary, really, from the word go.
And smart shots as well. He got himself going, knocked down a couple of wide open threes, but then he started being smart about it, taking the ball to the hole, taking what they're giving him, and he's just full of confidence. And they're running plays for him. Got him coming off screens. He's getting to the basket, just being smart. And again, he's one of the best pickups that you could have got this year for a team.
Match made in heaven, both him and Josh Bannon, who are both in the most improved player conversation. Love seeing what he's doing, and how's Scott Ross going to play this second half? The Blackmore's player profile, 23 points, 9 of 10. There's one issue with that, Cobes.
Not shooting enough.
That's not enough shots. I know he got selective towards the back end of that quarter, but for all you know, Scott Ross going to get to the fourth quarter and say, hey, we're going to play Brodie Nunn, Nick Stoddart, we're going to play Archie Woodhull as many minutes as we can. We've got this game in the bag, we'll put it away. And if he finishes on 33, 34, 40-point opportunities don't come around too often. So maybe he didn't go hard enough in that second quarter.
Well, Kels was onto it. She asked him straight away. He said, only if we get the win. But
He wants to do the right thing.
Nick, firstly. Come on, Nick. Let's get it in this second half.
Turn it up, as Gazy would say. That is ridiculous.
Yep.
As long as we get the win.
You do not get these chances too often. Nick Marshall is, he's in the ballpark here in this first half. Of course, this is the first game of a doubleheader tonight, Perth and Cairns. What a couple of games we've got coming up. Tomorrow night, Melbourne and Adelaide. You're going to be there, Copes. This is going to be all kinds of fun.
Shea Ely is back, and I think when Shea comes back, he sort of runs this team. Playing against Price Cotton, it's going to be a great game tomorrow.
Adelaide on the slide. Thought they might lose to Illawarra, and it doesn't get any better because I think now there's a lot between the ears, as well as some technical stuff and rotations and defensive identity. Oh, it could be an interesting weekend for them.
Yeah, well, both of these teams have got to clear out a bit of head noise, right? They've both got it going on at this stage of the season. That rolls straight into JCA on Sunday in the early game. The storylines here are remarkable. So they're both fighting for top spot. There's Coach of the Year on the line, maybe even Sixth Man of the Year. MVP.
Oh.
And they are the two hottest teams in the comp.
And I think because of all of that, and we've seen it before, and Coach mentioned in the pre-game, the little biff back and forth between Kendrick Davis and Nathan Sobey, I think tensions will boil over because these are the two hottest teams in the comp. And in the end, we could forecast later down this weekend, Adelaide could drop to third potentially, and the Sydney Kings and Phoenix could be sitting in the top two.
Wow. Who would have said that a couple of weeks ago, right?
To be fair, if you listen to Overtime,
here we go.
I've been sitting here and everyone said that I was crazy. I've got a couple of DMs for some Adelaide people just being like, hey, we just beat Brisbane. Can you shut up now? There's some things they need to fix.
OK, thanks, Nostradamus. That's very good from you. Well, what are we going to get in this second half then? Give me a prediction.
You shouldn't be getting Alex Dukas because that's exactly how Leonard Copeland walked in today after he popped his calf this morning. And they are really, really hurting. I think Tassie will put up 100 and put it up with ease.
Like D-Mac said, just compete, man. We know you're going to lose. Just compete. Make it a contest.
Hopefully they can show some spirit in this second half. Tassie on top. Second half is coming up next.
Warren is here to make a very special presentation. Over to you, Warren. Thanks very much.
So on behalf of Chemist Warehouse, we want to give you $165,000. Unreal effort.
Now, Scott, we're going to talk to you a little bit after the game, but just a couple of words to Chemist Warehouse.
Look, we're incredibly grateful for all the support of Chemist Warehouse and all their customers that have come in and dug deep and supported this. But Chemist Warehouse has got right in behind us, backed us every step of the way for the last couple of years, and this is just an extraordinary amount of money, so we're absolutely thrilled.
And Warren, you must be thrilled, mate. I mean, that's an unbelievable effort for a great cause. You must be proud of your team.
Yeah, so as Scott mentioned, the generosity of the Tasmanian public is unbelievable. But we topped last year by $100,000. And just a shout out to our team in store that really drove it hard this year.
Unbelievable effort. Make some noise for Chemist Warehouse. 165 million dollars.
All right, Jackie's fans, a very special guest in the house tonight. It is our Premier, Jeremy Rockcliffe. Now, a little birdie tells us that he may have celebrated a birthday yesterday. So put those clappers together and a big birthday wish to our Premier.
On the play.
Tasmania, take a look at the screen right now. $185,000 banked for the She Foundation. Incredible.
Unbelievable. You can still be in the QR code on the corners of our Jumbotron up there. Make sure you scan it and give to an unbelievable cause.
Half time in Tassie. It's all the locals. 57-31 over the Brisbane Bullets. After the end of the opening half, Joel Peterson, Pete Hawley and Leonard Copeland with you in commentary. The Bullets have had a bit of an injury toll tonight. We've got injury tolls here in the commentary box. Kelsey Brown sprinted down the floor though, and she is looking in flying form tonight. Kelsey, give us the update on the Bullets injury-wise.
Yes, no injuries to me, I can say that, but the Bullets have had a horrific injury toll, we know, throughout this season. Tonight it gets even worse. Let's start with Tristan Devers. He goes down with that ankle injury. It doesn't look good. He's got his warm-up top on. He has not warmed up coming out of the halftime break, so he will not take any further part in the game. For Alex Dukas, he is still ginger as well. He tried to do a little bit of a shoot around coming out of the break, but it looks like he will probably sit for the rest of this game as well. That brings it down to a total of 7 people available for the Bullets. And to add into that, Hunter Maldonado was also talking to the support staff as well for the Brisbane Bullets. But let's turn to positive things tonight. The Teal game, it's in its 5th edition here at MyState Bank Arena, run by the JackJumpers. And I just wanted to give a little bit of an update on the tally of the raising of funds for the She Gynecological Cancer Group. It is up to $250,000 from the JackJumpers across its inception, and I cannot wait to see what people come to do. You can scan that QR code on the screen that you've just seen and join in on the donations as well.
Yeah, thank you, Kels. Wonderful cause, and really noticeable that for tonight's game, so many fans have come with the Teal jerseys. So obviously it's made an impact in its 5 seasons. They've felt like it's resonated with them, so they've splashed the cash to buy a jersey, and it's become a real destination on the calendar. Let's check in. Great to have the access for the Brisbane Bullets with their coach, Daryl McDonald. D-Mac, thanks for joining us. What did you make of that first half?
Not good. Definitely not good. I talked about it in the locker room. The one thing I thought we would do is compete. I didn't think we competed in that first half. But now, again, I think we have opportunity. We just got to chip away and see what happens. We're losing bodies here and there, but we still got to play. The guys that's on the floor still got to compete.
T-Mac, your team's been decimated by injuries the whole year. How do you keep the guys in a positive mode going into a game like this?
It's hard, man. Because everybody wants to play. Like even Dukas knows we only got 8 guys, but he wants to continue to play to help us. Just trying to explain to him we got another game on Sunday that we think we can get. But like in this game, we got to chip away, man, slowly but surely, best we can.
And it looks like that Devers is done and then Dukas is done for this game. We talk about being down on bodies, but Jacob Holt continues to fight. We know he only knows one way. Is there thoughts of here in this second half, hey? We might just have to go to a 2-3 zone just to keep some bodies.
Yeah. Haven't thought about it. Haven't played zone all year. So honestly, don't want to just throw it in. But you know what? You never know. We'll see what happens.
D-Mac, thanks for your time. Much appreciated.
All good.
Great to have Darryl McDonald join us from the Brisbane Bullets.
It'd be so hard, but losing bodies, because again, he's trying to motivate his team. The message would have been to compete. But then you've literally only got 7 players available. Their bench is currently Cal Dalton, Jack Purchase, Jensen Bradkey.
And I've said it before, when you don't have the horses, it's hard to compete, man. At the end of the day, yes, these guys are talented, but it's just a different level. They're playing on a different level right now, so it's just not good enough. And it's not all their fault. It's injuries. These guys weren't expecting. If he had his full roster, these guys probably wouldn't touch the floor. You know, so it's an experience for them. They live and they learn.
19 players have suited up for the Bullets this season. They have used 19 different starting lineups.
That's crazy.
Such has been the flux in their campaign. As Tiger Campbell splashes in a 3 and equals a season best with 13 3-pointers for the JackJumpers. We've still got 18.5 minutes to play in this one.
And D-Mac spoke about the game on Sunday.
He said, thinks the one that can get, that's the Cairns Taipans. I'll tell you what, Mitch Norton is going to fight through absolutely everything, but he's labouring out there. Hit the deck in the first half. I'm starting to get real concerns for them just having enough players to be able to finish out the season. We've just never seen anything like this.
Well, and as D-Mac said, they play Cairns on Sunday. They return home for Cairns on Sunday. Of course, another team who's had their injury woes throughout the course of the season. Now they swing it. Norton from the corner. That'll feel good.
Mitch Norton into double figures now. 11 points.
I'm sorry, bro. I gotta do something over here.
I thought he was asleep. I thought there was a mosquito in the room or something. I'm thinking of getting the fly spot out. That's just Copes keeping himself entertained.
Oh!
That'll keep it.
That'll entertain me right there. Wake me up.
That was white noise.
Maldonado chucks that one up at the rim. Here's the Amy replay that got Copes out of his seat and popped the other calf.
Here we go.
He's had a terrific season, Josh Bannon.
He is. And then another one of those guys who talk about the most improved player. I don't think he'll win it, but he's in the mix. 13 double-doubles. He has been exceptional.
And if I'm not mistaken, he played for Brisbane the last 2 years and missed 9 games back both years. So just something about being in Brisbane. I don't know what it is.
He's the only player who's suited up and started every game for the JackJumpers this season. So it's been quite the turnaround in his continuity on the court. Beautiful move from Maldonado to get underneath. And if there was an award given out for the best off-season decision by a player, Pete, it might go to Josh Bannon.
Nick Marsh will be up there as well.
Yeah, they'll have a couple of contenders.
Gamble's in attack mode as well. 15 points for him. So now Scott Roth has the juggling active as Bradkey gets ready to check in. You can score any way you want. Anyone can get on the floor and score.
Murray got all the way underneath. Runs it out. Smith-Milner with the clock winding down. Didn't hit the rim. Jensen Bradkey comes into the game for Toy Smith-Milner. Just his 12th appearance of the season.
And he can shoot it. He's a big, but he can let it fly from the outside as well. So Love to see him get it going.
Plenty of that in the NBL 1 North in recent seasons. Nice seal from the Juk Deng, who lashes that one down with some real venom. Lead out to 30. .59% shooting here from the JackJumpers. Aldonado's midi falls short. Nick Marshall hasn't attempted a shot so far in this term. He's turned facilitator, and Bannon couldn't stuff that one home.
We need a midi the way this game is going, because Tassie are just starting to roll out whatever offense they want.
That might be a conservative option, Pete. Holt just burrowing his way inside the big man. Juk Deng. Just a little double, bit of a 1.5 clutch. 5 points for Juk tonight. That's his first field goal, mate.
Can you see Roth playing his guys to the end of the third and then bringing on that bench and letting those guys play?
Well, they don't have much of a bench available themselves. So they've got Anthony Drimmick as part of the main rotation. And Brody Nunn, Nick Stoddart, who's got 3 fouls, Jacob Richards, Archie Woodhill. So those guys will get plenty of burn in the fourth quarter. But someone's going to have to stay on.
They only had 10 fit players, both of these teams coming into tonight. Let's check in courtside with Kels.
There's been a lot of discussion around Tiger Campbell over the course of the season, guys. And Pete Leonard, I need to ask, he's been excellent in the last month. Has his aggression changed for you, or is it just him getting more used to the league? Is that how long it takes for an import to figure out what NBL is like?
Well, I think he was brought in, he was brought in to replace Sean McDonald, right? So that was the first thing. And then after that, his role has had to be, hey, let's facilitate. I've got Bryce Hamilton, I've got Josh Bannon, I've got David Johnson. Then David Johnson gets injured and his role changes a little bit. And then now, since we've seen them also decimated by injuries, he has to be a lot more aggressive on the offensive end. And I think he's showing himself, hey, this is fun. What a pass, what a setup that is.
You know, the best thing about it, though, Pete, is he has the ability to do both, though. He can play, he can be a facilitator, but he can be a scorer when you need him to be. And he's not a selfish player. He's one of those guys that will fit in. So I would not be surprised if someone else looked around. If he's not with Tassie next year, somebody else picked him up.
Woodhill and Stoddart are coming in. Josh Bannon's probably one who's going to see his minutes shrink, and he knows that. So let's just fill the stat sheet a couple more times before I sit down.
Smart man, smart man.
Here we go, guys.
Interesting stat line for Josh Bannon tonight as well. 4 points, 2 of 7 shooting, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 fouls. He's been busy. It is a game-high 32-point lead to Tassie. With 4:11 remaining here in this third term. Joel Peterson, Pete Hawley, Leonard Copeland, Kelsey Brown with your first leg of a Friday night double-header. Perth and Cairns to come. Really strong numbers against Brisbane this season for Josh Bannon. He's enjoyed playing against his old mob, 20 and 13, averaging almost a double-double. Throughout the course of the season, he's registered 13 of those, second in the league behind only JaVale McGee. Double-doubles in 4 of his last 5 as well.
Not sure how much he'll play towards the back end of this, unless it's absolutely needed based on who's available.
Right on cue, he comes out of the game. The flying mullet, Archie Woodhill, checks back into the contest. 12 of 18 at the free throw line, the Bullets. Tassie 5 of 6. They were 24 of 26 against New Zealand, their best of the season last Sunday. As Bradke tosses that one away, Tassie did their best to lose it as well. Eventually Campbell came up with it. Stoddart getting to his left hand.
The last couple of possessions I've watched D-Mac in the defensive breakdowns, someone get beat on the dribble and just head in hands. And to be perfectly honest, there is nothing more you can do as a coaching staff in this situation. There is nothing more. He would have sent them the message at halftime to compete, but it also comes down to there is just no one available. Oh boy.
Campbell inside. Deng had time to fumble it and get it back. Marshall from the Bunnings logo.
So Nick Marshall's got to be smart here. We have something to be locked in about for the next 13 minutes. He's got 28 points. You need to start getting some more shots up.
But the problem is, I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play a lot.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 minutes here to really start getting these shots up.
You gonna let him fly, Pete? You let him fly?
Absolutely. He's got 40 written all over him.
Nice move from Murray to nestle that one home.
Because you can turn the corner and get a layup any time you want it.
The way they're playing, he can get a 3 up anytime he wants. Travel. I don't know if Roth is going to let him get that 40, though. I don't know if this team, they're more of a team sort of. I don't think they're going to let him get the 40 points.
Franchise record 36 by both Bryce Hamilton earlier this season and Josh Adams.
That's some elite company. So
Josh Adams was the real linchpin in that first season team that went to the championship series.
It doesn't happen to, and again, he's been fantastic. That first quarter just could not miss. Mitch Norton continues to battle hard. He'll go to the free throw line.
And as we saw at halftime, his career best coming in was 18.
And you think about it, in 4 or 5 years' time, when he's still playing in the league, whatever role he's in, whatever team he's in, and people were just like, oh, he's had another big game. Oh, his career high is 40. You'll forget that he's playing against a decimated Brisbane team.
Yeah.
I tell you what he's looked like tonight. He's looked like he could play for the Harlem Globetrotters, Nick Marshall, the way that he's been shooting it. Their 100-year tour across Australia and New Zealand coming up. 100 years of thrills, laughs and joy. Don't miss your chance to be part of the legacy. Buy your tickets now. Scan the QR code on screen.
Emotion's finished, mate, okay? Emotion is finished. What?
Whoa.
A little bit of byplay between players and referees. Ken Arick, Damien Lyons, Mark Grist. Refereeing trio this evening.
33-point lead.
Joel, I know you got the computer up, so since we're on record watch for a number of reasons, what's the worst plus-minus in recent time for a player?
Nick Stoddart getting inside and laying that one home. I'll go to work on it for you, Pete. I will go to work on it for you as Nick Stoddart steps to the line. Let's check in with Cal's courtside.
You talk about Nick Marshall, and we're on record watch. Can he get that 40 ball? But just something to notice while he's out here at the moment. He's out there with Nunn, Woodhill, Stoddart and Deng. Now, Deng is a champ player. We know that. But it's Nick Marshall that's pulling the group together, really showing that leadership. Now, last year when he was in Adelaide, did we think that he was going to come to Tassie and play a little bit of a leadership role in this JackJumpers lineup? Absolutely not. But that's the development of Nick Marshall this year. And a massive cheer as he comes off the floor right now.
Yeah, like I was saying, though, Roth isn't the kind of coach that wants him out there trying to drop 40. Hey, gee, look, let's get this win. It's all business here. We want him to get 40, but...
If you were the coach, you want him to get 40 every night.
Absolutely. Save my job.
Smith-Milner laying that one home.
This has been a better quarter in terms of their offensive execution, but you pass me the laptop here, Joel. This season, Copes, the worst plus-minus has been minus 41 by Jonah Bolden back in round 5.
In 18 minutes.
Played 18 minutes, minus 41.
It's hard to do. Speaking of, Anthony Drimmick, Tassie have 15 three-pointers in this game.
That is crazy.
And I wanted to go into this record books with Paul Hunter Maldonado. He's minus 37 in this game. He's going to have to continue to play.
Norton, Smith-Milner from the wing. That one comes back out to Deng. Tapped away from him.
Oh, that's right. Mitch Creek had a minus 48 game. Oh. And they lost the Kings by 55. And then before, I think before it was actually really a stat.
They took Deng with the foul.
This is unbelievable.
It is a 39-point game. It is Tassie's biggest lead Their franchise record win is 35 points. Their franchise record score is 109. Both of those records might fall tonight.
Might.
And remember, this is a team that is fighting for 6th. There is still a live chance. Well, there's a chance that Illawarra could make it based on percentage. This percentage is going to help them immensely.
Yeah, if it comes down to the last game, Illawarra might have to win by 780. It's just not going to happen right now, and the Tasmania JackJumpers aren't slowing down.
Certainly unlikely. 780-point margin. It falls into that category. Jacob Holt battling down low. He and Archie Woodhill, the 215s, going head-to-head.
9th rebound for Jacob Holt.
Hasn't stopped trying, has he? 7 points, 9 rebounds.
He's had his struggles at the free throw line, 5 of 9. That's what I mentioned as well, when they play the Cairns Taipans on Sunday, because Mitch Norton's a little banged up here. How's he going to recover? And who can get those exemptions just to be able to field a team?
And that game on Sunday, is that in Cairns? Or
no, it's in Brisbane.
It's in Brisbane, okay.
It's in Brisbane, second leg of a Sunday doubleheader. Of course, Southeast Melbourne, Sydney to kick it all off.
The Fist of Resistance.
Melbourne, Adelaide tomorrow after New Zealand and Illawarra, and what an important game that is in the race for that 6th spot as well. Over at Spark Arena, that is a real loser leaves town matchup between those two teams. 38 points is the Tasmania lead. Brody Nunn's long 2.
Now, I think that actually might be the official worst possible shot in the history of basketball. A long 2, which is already one of the worst shots, and it doesn't draw iron. Just to make it worse, because the long 2, no coach likes a long 2.
And they didn't get the 2 for 1. So it came with 23
That's the official worst of all time.
There's going to be none worse than that from Brody.
Joe. All right, big fella. I hear you working over there.
12 seconds left in this 3rd term.
And Brody, he's going to have a big part of the last few games. Having fun with it now, but he's part of this rotation. He's in the circle of trust anyway from Scott Roth. He's played it last couple of seasons when he's needed to.
NBL1 South champion with the Knox Raiders. Brody Nunn in recent seasons. He's had struggles at the free throw line tonight, Jacob Holt. He's been there plenty. He's now 7 of 12 from the stripe. The big syrup.
What's the chance of Roth having a seat tonight before the game's over? Is there any chance at all?
A seat?
Having sitting down as a coach.
No, I don't know that it's in his DNA. Time winding down in this 3rd term. Maldonado called for the reach. 4 seconds left. Tassie by 38 points. 86-48. They led by 19 at quarter time, 26 at half time. Brody Nunn misses the first free throw. Laces the second. And that man looks perplexed and then some. Darryl McDonald. Norton for 3. Can't get that to go at 3/4 time. And Tasmania turn for home with a 39-point lead in a dominant display. 87-48. They do look bound for that 6th spot. A win that'll boost their percentage tonight, and a big result on the scoreboard as well. Quarter to play in Tassie. It's the host doing it easily.
Welcome back to Friday Night Hoops in the Hungry Jacks NBL. We had a mattress funfair at our three-quarter time break. It was a mattress race. I think I'd be pretty good at this one, but let's talk about the game. It's three-quarter time here. 87 plays 48. 28 points to Nick Marshall. He doesn't start this final term. We do see Josh Bannon out there, who sits on 6 points at the moment. But guys, what are we watching for? Is it record watch? What are we in for in this final quarter?
Well, we're certainly not watching for that. Turnover. Come on, guys.
So what record are you on here, Coach?
I just want to see them compete. I just want them to.
What have you been watching the last 90 minutes?
I want to see Brisbane compete, bro. Compete.
Now, Joel, you know that I'm big on, obviously, the quickest foul out in NBL history.
Yes.
So it seems to me no one's bigger. I have a bit of a trend about that negative kind of stat.
Yeah, we know.
I'm watching that plus-minus of Hunter Maldonado, right?
Yeah.
And it's obviously not just him, but he is minus 37.
Well, at least he's played more than Jonah Bolden's 18 minutes.
That's impressive.
That's unbelievable. That staggered me when I saw that. 39 points is this Tasmania lead. And remember, it is significant for their season and the percentage. They already hold the edge over the likes of the Illawarra Hawks in that play-in race. Maldonado with a nice hit. That will count. So they came into this game, Tassie, with their percentage at 99.77. It is up to 101.2. Illawarra's is 95.2. New Zealand's is 97.3.
Well, that's...
I'm not sure Ross is going to even play his starters anymore. You think?
He's got Josh Bannon on the floor.
Yeah, that's the only one you can play. I mean, the other guys, Nick Marshall and those guys.
Oh, not too many guys play full 10 minutes these days. But also, Scott Ross is not the type who's going to continue to run up a score when he doesn't have to.
Well, and he's spoken about the fact that they've been dropping like flies. So he'd be pretty wary of a potential injury toll for them as well. Brody Nunn off to Bannon, who gets tangled up underneath. Says with Jacob Holt, that was all good. Just the single header for Tassie now. So they've got Southeast Melbourne next weekend, and then Illawarra to finish their season. Illawarra would need to win out and then get to that game and absolutely thump the JackJumpers to be any chance.
That Southeast Melbourne game, is that in Melbourne?
It is, yes. So that's in Melbourne.
Tassie, they play differently in Melbourne. They come with it regardless of who they got.
Well, there's still weapons like Nick Marshall, David Johnson, and Chuk Deng.
Yeah.
And you know, Johnson's been relatively quiet tonight. 3 of 9, 10 points. Majuk Deng, 10 points, 3 of 7. So they haven't needed big contributions from those guys. Tiger Campbell with 15 and Nick Marshall 28 on 11 of 12 shooting, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. It was a stunning first half from the South Aussie.
Well, he doesn't even get 30. There's going to be eyebrows raised.
The Marshall eyebrows would be chief among them. Bannon with the mid-range, cashes that one.
John Bannon's in stat pad mode.
He's looking for another double-double. He's got 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 10 points. As he get that lead back out. Smith-Milner knocks that one in from outside. Cuts back into what was a game-high 41-point lead for the JackJumpers.
Great pass.
Anthony Drimmick gets a wide open look at it. 15 threes tonight for the JackJumpers, 15 of 27, shooting at 56%. Brisbane 3 of 15, just 20% on the night. Mitch Norton slides inside and lays that one home. You can see, as you've mentioned a couple of times, Pete, he is labouring back up the floor.
15 points, he's fought hard.
It hasn't been a performance that's lacked any kind of leadership and inspiration from Mitch Norton. Bannon pushes that one home off the glass. How real is the most improved conversation for him?
Well, he's definitely going to get some votes, and for good reason. We talk about the 2 different jumps, right? So Sam Menenga, Owen Foxwell, Flynn Cameron, they're going to be the leading candidates, and deservedly so. They've gone from role players to stars on their teams. But the other one was what we saw the second time Keanu Pinder won. Remember, Keanu Pinder won it the first time doing that jump when he got to Cairns, and then he went from a star to an MVP candidate player for the second year at Cairns. So he won back-to-back Josh Bannon's done the latter of that. Josh Bannon had the injuries in the Brisbane Bullets. He was very solid, but now he's gone and been a reliable star on a starting team, putting up the regular double-doubles. That's that secondary jump, which will have his name in that conversation.
I like Flynn Cameron because he's been solid the whole year. Whenever Adelaide needs someone to pick them up, he's always there. He's been, I mean, and the amount of minutes he played last year compared to this year has been a major jump. And he's
your number one vote.
Yeah.
And because he gave you some love after that game in Adelaide a few weeks ago.
Well, he should have.
I enjoyed that.
I've got Sam Menenga just ahead.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fascinating one at the Gazeys.
Took him out.
See how all that plays out. Mitch Norton hits the deck. Again, you just have that nervous moment if you're Darren McDonald. Any time a player in Bullets Gold hits the hardwood.
You kept going, unfortunately.
Jack Purchase comes into the game. Hunter Maldonado is going to take a seat. There you see Tristan Divas, who's been limping around tonight. Alex Dukas hasn't been able to go here in this second half. He's cutting a forlorn figure, as he has done over recent times after injuring himself in that Ignite Cup game a couple of weeks ago. Missed the last few, came back tonight and didn't look right from the get-go. The young West Aussie. First season in the NBL, of course, an NBA champion. That's a giveaway. Bannon's out in the open court, creates some separation and thrashes it home.
Just throwing it to him. Only the 10th turnover. I think Marshall gets ready to check in, and people will be thinking, why? Like, they don't have any other bodies. The only players who can check in now is a starting unit.
He's got 28 on 11 of 12 shooting as well. Norton gives this one away. Drivic's out in the open court. He's fouled hard by Murray.
And this is what we don't need.
That's exactly what you don't
need. So this is why Smith Milner gave up on the run against Josh Bannon. So here's the A&B replay on it. Doesn't look as bad there. It looks worse when you throw it away and you...
And he's called unsportsmanlike.
Puts his arm around the waist.
Yeah, that's the key part.
Yeah.
And not showing any kind of remorse after.
Yeah, go help him up, say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And that's where you see, and we saw it last time the Bullets played, obviously. That's where those little moments of frustration, when this season is slipping away from them and it's just been a grind, that's when those kind of moments creep in.
Of course, and look, not saying it's the right thing, but the Bullets are frustrated, they're losing. You know, nothing's going right for them.
It's not the right thing, but you can understand it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's not coming from a place of great malice. Second game tonight, the Wildcats and the Taipans at RAC Arena. Montagna, Derek Rucker, Annalie Maley, and Damien Martin to guide you through that one. What a tear. Annalie Maley and the Perth Lynx are on at the moment as well. They're heading into the WNBL playoffs in the 2 seed. Got their final game out west tomorrow against Sydney. She is right in the thick of MVP conversation in that competition. One of our very own.
How's she playing, Joe?
Oh, unbelievable, coach. Rebounding the ball like it's going out of fashion. Having an extraordinary season for that Perth team, and they are right in title contention. Smith Milner from straight away. That one's around and out. She had 23 rebounds in a game against Bendigo a couple of weeks ago. Didn't play a lot of the fourth quarter. Here, Annalie on the second leg of our doubleheader tonight. 40-point lead here to Tassie. An all-important percentage boost that they will take out of this. They occupy that 6th play-in position at the moment. No, Jack Purchase can shoot it from out there. Can't hit that time. Nick Marshall back out there with 28 to his name, looking for a first career 30-piece, and maybe a bit more than that, Pete. They're watching him closely. Bannon sizes up Smith Milner and splashes it in over the top of him.
He's been solid the whole year, man. That jump shot's pure.
1 rebound away from another double-double.
6 of 11, 16 points tonight for Bannon. That would be his 14th of the season if he does get the double-double.
Might run out of time.
to Maldonado. Had the bucket count. So he's going to step to the free throw line. Leading scorer tonight, 16. He's got that plus-minus back to -34 in the evening, Pete. Another ignominious record, as we discussed earlier. -41 for Jonah Bolden earlier this season. The worst plus-minus by any player so far this season. Marshall tried to make something happen. Richards stayed with it. Now Marshall gets a look. 28 to his name. Bannon takes it inside himself and scores.
Well, he's stood his boots here in the fourth quarter. Nearly had his double-double after that free throw, but Stoddart ran down the rebound.
Smith-Milner pushes it home at the other end, and he will go to the line.
He's using that big body to get to the middle of the lane. And one.
Have you been surprised by the Nick Marshall ascension, Pete, to what he's become for this Tassie team?
No, because we saw it at NBL 1 level. It was all about, and again, for young guys coming through, everything is so situational. It's not just in the NBL, it's in the NBA as well, especially with a lot of our Aussies. A lot of it is just about finding the right situation. The situation comes with the whole team makeup, the way they play, which I think Tassie suits him, but also you need to have a coach that believes in you and believes and you're part of his vision. So it's worked perfectly, and they're just scoring at will.
And also, Pete, we could see glimpses of it last year when he was in Adelaide. There are times when he got minutes, and he did quite well. You're right, he just needs that opportunity. He needs a coach that believes in him. Let him go. He's going to make mistakes, but Ross is the kind of coach where he didn't hang. You know, he didn't hang you for making mistakes.
Just Jacob Richards' 5th point of the season on that last bucket. Second bucket for him as Marshall slips as he goes across the lane. Had a great off-season as well. Nick Marshall led the Wellington Saints in scoring in the NZNBL, so went on to win a championship there. He's carried a lot of momentum into this season. 28 points tonight. His career best before tonight was 18. He set career best a couple of times this season. Just continues to do good things. Josh Bannon taking an early minute.
I think there's the smile, because he was out there and to his credit too, this is one of those games where anyone can try and force it, anyone can try and score. He was just happy to let everyone else chime in, and then Scott Roth said, hey, have 5 minutes here to fill up. Everyone else has done it, and you haven't tried to force anything.
43 points now, a new game-high lead for Tassie. Franchise record score is 109. That looks like it'll fall tonight. Euro from Maldonado, can't make it work. Brody Nunn fighting for the rebound. Highest score this season now for Tassie as well with this 105. Just the 3rd time they've crossed 100 points this campaign. Richards for 3. Maldonado, Norton, Dalton, Purchase, Brackey, the lineup for the Bullets. Nunn, Stoddart, Marshall, Richards, Woodhill for Tassie. So both teams rolling with a few bench players tonight. We've seen an injury to Dukas, an injury to Divas. Nick Marshall for 3. The first 30-point game of his career, and it's come on 12 of 13 shooting.
Now he can get out of this game. Mitch Norton has battled hard. What a game from Nick Marshall. And the love for him. The love for each and every one of them, which is why they are going to be dangerous down the back end of this season.
Got a real connection. Have a look at the green on that shot chart as he does check out. First 30-point game for Nick Marshall. You can holler for that man. And look at the dap from the coach who loves it. He's like a proud father.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That is great. The fact that everyone's behind him. You know, that's what you love about being on a team where you got great guys and everyone's cheering for him. Everyone's happy for him.
And people probably sitting back thinking, why has there been no timeouts called from the Brisbane Bullets in this fourth quarter? There hasn't really been a need. You're not going to pull back anything. The injuries, a lot of it is, hey, let's just get this pain over with as quickly as we possibly can.
So Nick Marshall with a 30-piece. Let's check in with Kelsey courtside.
Yeah, we heard it from David Johnson in the pre-game. He said it's anyone's night. Tonight it was Nick Marshall's 31 points. We've just spoken about it. But David Johnson jumped off the bike. They're all celebrating him. I know we saw it there, but we've been speaking about the plus-minus. Hunter Maldonado is out to -38. And just to add to Nick Marshall's night, he's a +44.
Wow. It's extraordinary stuff. Great performance from Nick Marshall tonight. Too many Jack Jumpers have gone above 30 points. Woody will get some good defense there on Maldonado. The Bullets able to put it back up and in. So only 13 30-point games in Jack Jumpers history. Milton Doyle has 4 of those. Jordan Crawford has 3. David Johnson, Bryce Hamilton have both got 1. As Brody Nunn gives them a franchise record, 110 points.
Another player you're going to let us guess in that? Or you've named them all?
I think I've got them all. Adams, Hamilton, Johnson, Doyle, Crawford. And that's the list. Bannon's got 29. Marshall has 30.
Well, Josh Magette had 1 or 2 games where he really just couldn't miss. Might be 26 or something as that. Just feeling everyone's having a bite at it.
Big night for those boys.
Deng had 28 the other night.
Yes, he did. That was his best. Josh Magette's best 26 and then 25. So you were right there. Of course, the ladder predictor, the Hungry Jacks NBL reaching its closing stages. The race for the top 6. Well, it was wide open before tonight. It's slightly less wide open. 1 possession, 1 shot, 1 mistake could decide it all. Could come down to that last game between Tassie and Illawarra. Scan the QR code on screen. You can head to nbl.com.au and play along with the ladder predictor. Some great prizes there too. If you're a Tassie fan, that ladder is looking very, very pretty. It solidifies their 6th spot. It'll be their 14th win of the season and a healthy percentage boost to go with it. A franchise record for points. It'll be a franchise record-breaking victory as well. Well, Dalton for 3 can't hit. It is a 44-point margin.
Not done yet either.
Brody Nunn from outside. That won't fall.
I just don't understand how you have instructions before the game to
the last one down there
compete.
Wasn't on you, okay? It wasn't on you.
This is we call this their worst game of the year?
2 here.
Take your pick. There's been a few of them, and D-Mac just doesn't have answers because there are no answers. Losing Devers early and Dukas, who's just come back in, and both of them, I'd say, lose them early. D was on the first layup attempt, and then Dukas didn't look right from the jump.
Yeah. But then there's an attention to detail thing where they just kept letting Nick Marshall get open, get good looks.
I think that's just, they're going into this game, they get the message, hey, we've got to compete. D-Mac would have tried to say something in the start of the game. And you'd probably go into it thinking, all right, here we go. We've got 40 minutes ahead of us, let's see what can happen. A couple of times there's some breakdowns in the first few minutes, all of a sudden that negativity grows. Injuries, it's over. We're right back to last game. Oh my goodness, we just cannot catch a break.
Yeah.
That's human nature.
That's where I keep barking on. There needs to be that leader on the floor. Somebody needs to grab the team and say, guys, who's got Nick Marshall? If he gets open again, I'm going off. You know, there needs to be another voice other than a coach on the floor.
Maldonado has that one taken away. 12th turnover of the night. Drimmick off to Richards. Banks at home. It's a party on the bench. I think they wanted a dunk. They wanted the big man to take it to the top.
He's had 2 opportunities to do that. And, oh no, we're going to clap on the court. Oh. Geez, that was a deja vu. Clappers thought they'd reinforce them, but apparently not.
44 points, first leg of a doubleheader. The Wildcats and the Taipans. Jack McVeigh out west tonight. Maldonado inside for Dalton. He loses the handle. And in their chase for 6th spot, the Tasmania JackJumpers have produced a record-breaking performance. Their highest score in franchise history. Their biggest win in franchise history. And it might be one that takes them to the postseason because they are going to be awfully hard to chase down now. The JackJumpers belt the Bullets by 44.
They had a job to do, and they put them away very early. Brisbane Bullets, the injuries, it's really hard to watch, but Tassie, they were clinical. 60% from the floor, 48.5% from three. Only turned it over 7 times. Everybody got involved, led by Nick Marshall. They had 6 guys in double figures. That's a good night out.
Yeah, it is. Nick Marshall got going very early, knocked down a bunch of threes, and they looked for him, and he was a selfless player who took the right shots and got everybody involved.
Scott Roth gesturing. There's Scott Harris, who's so much a part of this evening. The Harris family, of course, his late wife Jo was a big reason behind the Teal game as well, with the She Gynecological Cancer Group. And great to see Scott Roth and Scott Harris embrace on the floor after this one, a game that means so much to the team in Teal tonight. And they showed it with a massive victory, 114-70. And it takes their percentage to a very, very healthy 101.2 on the season. So the Illawarra Hawks will need to claw back 6% over these remaining games, as well as winning every single one of their final contests.
Yeah, not going to be an easy task. Because no matter who's wearing that Tasmania jersey, they just get some superpowers, whether it's scoring the ball one night. But one thing they do is they're never going to quit. They're going to dig deep, they're going to trust each other, they're going to defend hard, they'll execute a game plan. And that is just not a team you want to play in a do-or-die elimination game.
And that's credit to Roth and the way he's coaching and the talent that he's brought in year after year after year. You say, you know, protect the island, but he has those kind of players that he goes after that knows what to do on any given night.
Absolutely. Well, the post-match interviews have been a bit of fanfare for the JackJumpers recently. I don't know what they've got in store this time, Kels.
Shock horror. It's the towels and the glasses. They're back again. Nick Marshall, let's see if you can hear me. It's a franchise record, franchise win, 114 points, and a 31-point game for you as well. Oh, thanks, guys. Massive one in a really important game for the Jackies.
Yeah, big game for us, big game for the whole club in general. We're representing She Foundation, so it was good to get the win.
For you, 31 points. I spoke to you at halftime. It was just all happening for you. Was there a moment that you thought, oh, I could go for a big one here?
Yeah, I mean, once that first one kind of went in, the second one went in, it was just keep shooting them. Still, yeah, as Juki said, still hot. My teammates found me, so it was good out there. It was fun.
I just want to ask about the team and how it's made up at the moment. There were so many injuries across the season. We've spoken about Bryce Hamilton, Magnay. Arguably 2 of your best players are going down, but there seems to be this grit and this belief within the team. Is that how you guys are feeling at the moment, and knowing that 6th place is all but locked up?
Yeah, definitely. It's next man up kind of mentality. So we just, as long as we play together, we feel like we're good enough to beat anybody. So it's just coming out, getting stops, and offense will kind of take care of itself when we share the ball.
I kind of have one last question for you. Where did these glasses come from, and where did the towels begin?
I don't know. It's been all year, so I got them this time.
We love it. Thank you so much for your time, Nick. Congratulations on a great win.
Appreciate it.
Oh.
Who do I have next? Oh, Tiger. We're doing a rolling.
Oh, hang on. That should be a fine. Don't mess with our camo.
That's a towel on our man Andy's head.
Maybe not $3 grand, but at least 1.5. Leave our camo alone.
Hey guys, I'm back here with Tiger Campbell. Tiger, I said to Nick Marshall, a massive game for you guys. It was a franchise record just for 114 points. I asked Nick as well, there seems to be this real belief within this group at the moment. Is there something that you're feeling like, despite the injuries and everything, you can go and do something special this year?
Yeah, we do. We're coming into every game super confident. And obviously Nick started off crazy tonight. He had the hot hand, but we had a crazy wide today. As you can see, we're wearing teal, so it was a lot deeper than just this game. It was to support a good cause, and we're just happy we could come out with the win.
We've talked a lot about you and your game coming into NBL, getting close to figuring out what it looks like here in Australia. You seem to be more aggressive in the last month. Do you feel like your game has sort of changed as you've had to adapt without the likes of Bryce Hamilton?
Yeah, I think it just goes to the mentality coach gives us, just next man up. We've lost a lot of our core, and so we're just trying to figure out ways to win, and I think just me being aggressive has definitely helped this group.
Let's look forward to Saturday. You've got a massive game against Southeast Melbourne. We know that defense travels. We know that that's what you guys are about. How are you looking towards that Southeast Melbourne Phoenix game? A massive scalp if you can get it.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to it a lot, getting up to Melbourne. But, you know, we're just trying to bask in tonight. Like I said, it was a great cause tonight for the She Foundation, and we're just going to celebrate that.
One thing about Tassie is that we always can't count you guys out, so congratulations on that win and keep it rolling.
Thank you.
And just an update from me, guys. The grand total, $198,000 raised for the She Gynecological Cancer Group. There is still an auction to go, and I have been told that this is the best year that they have raised funds across the whole 5 years of its participation.
Yeah, awesome, Kels. That is great news. You can jump on board. Game-worn jerseys being auctioned, so galabid.com/JJTealGame26. You can get involved and support a very, very worthy cause indeed. A 44-point win to the JackJumpers tonight over the Brisbane Bullets. 114-70, as Cal said, a franchise record win and a franchise record score for Tassie. And there are their next 2 games. They've got Southeast Melbourne away, and then whether it comes down to it all or not, Pete, but mathematically it could, that last home game against the Hawks.
They're in. I think the JackJumpers are in, and that's going to be fascinating. That's the beauty of the playing tournament. We can harp on about it over and over. They're really going to be a tough beat, because whoever they play, if it's Perth or Melbourne, all the pressure in the world is going to be on them, because they're going to be the home team. They're going to be the team that's expected to win and try and make a semi-final series. But on the back end of that, Tassie, they'll have nothing to lose. They'll be super confident, and Brisbane's run home, and oh boy.
Yeah, so you've got Cairns at home on Sunday, and then you get Perth and Sydney. That is going to be brutal.
Well, we'll see who's available for that first game against Cairns, because some injuries coming out of this, how they even get enough bodies to be able to suit up. And then Perth and Sydney, and potentially both games which could need percentage as well as a win, Coach. So,
well, if Brisbane come out and play like they did tonight, then you better believe those guys will certainly get the job done next week. $198,000 donated. That is fantastic.
Isn't that absolutely magnificent? Of course, the Cancer Wellness Centre, all the memory of the late Joe Harris and the work that the She Foundation does. So a great cause, and well done to the JackJumpers for throwing themselves behind it so wholeheartedly as well throughout the course of the evening. A 44-point win to the JackJumpers over the Brisbane Bullets. We'll wrap it all up on the other side of this.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
A record-breaking night for the Tasmania JackJumpers. Franchise record win, franchise record score, a career best for that man, Nick Marshall. And they were absolutely loving it in Teal this evening. 114.70 the final score. Joel Peterson, Pete Hawley and Leonard Copeland with you in the aftermath of that. It just about sews up their